Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Stan Hazelip here again. You are in for a treat today. This is a game that we had to make for Level Design 2. We never really gave it a name. Honestly, I'm probably going to look back at this game and laugh. I look at it today and laugh, but here we are. It was a labor of love created once again inside of a month with a team of a couple of people: Brad Meister, Brian Countryman, Kiana Carrillo, and Cody Perry. And as you can see, the little text boxes popping up there, reminding us we have very little time. I don't have long, I have about 5 minutes to live. Da 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 da. Three antidotes we need to cure this. And gee, why is the game telling me all this? Well, basically the only reason it's telling us all this is because, well, it's all true. You have about 5 minutes to live, and there are three antidotes scattered throughout this level to go ahead and get them. Yes, I know where they are. And the only reason I laugh so much at this game, well, hold on. Here's a door. I'm not going to take it, though. As it warned you, there are robot guards everywhere, and I don't feel like dealing with them because the damage output we have on them always ended up being too high. Seriously, these guards will mess you up in a short time, and I'm sure I'll die in a couple of times. Vents, these seem safe. No, they're not. There are three antidotes scattered throughout the entire game. This vent I made just low enough to go ahead and crawl through. And the reason for the vent is just to go ahead and lower the amount of time you have searching for these antidotes. If you don't get the antidotes in 5 minutes, your character dies. So as it warned you, there's a certain amount of time you have. I would say it's advantageous to go ahead and just run through the game to go ahead and get the antidotes. That's what they look like. You pick up three of them. I've already got two. Here comes the long hallway part where I'm going to have to go ahead and avoid some robotic guards. One of the things that we did with this game that I liked and I hated was the enemy placement. The level placement. There was a lot of things to like and hate about my game that I created. Like this part, I'm probably going to die because we pumped up the damage on the guards so high. We actually had to change our game engine so that we had to change our entire game engine so that the robot guards did not hit you for as much as 15 points of damage. Yeah, that was fun. In the cooked version of the game, they actually did only 1 point of damage. But in the basic portion of the game, the portion where we were just messing around, right now I'm actually playing this game in my editor. For those of you UDK buffs that know what that means I'm kind of cheating. And what we originally were going for was kind of a survival horror game because, as you can see, I don't have a weapon. I have no real way to defend myself. I'm still going up that vent, by the way. If I see a guard, I basically have to run from them, avoid them at all costs, hide behind some crates. Cody Perry was in charge of the guard manipulation, and he had probably one of the hardest jobs of all of us because we said, "Hey, Cody, you have to go ahead and mess with these guards, get them working, and get these pawns so that they can shoot us, they can hurt us. Don't let them kill us a little too hard." That was probably the hardest job for him. I'll admit, because ouch, guard attacking me. And as you can see, I can hide behind the boxes. One of the things Cody had to deal with was giving them a different weapon. It wasn't too hard. We gave them a shock rifle because they originally had the pulse rifle. Oh, that guard's probably going to kill me. Nope, he's frozen. They originally had the link rifle, but the link rifle was doing even more damage. These boxes are filled with toxic waste. Wait. So you pop out here and you find out what all that toxic waste business is about. Do you like this? I created this outside. Actually, to be perfectly honest, most of this level is created by me. I was actually in charge of the actual level creation of the entire game. Most of the matinee scenes, that was also created by me. We did have a guy, Brian Countryman, was to work on the matinees. He did spruce up a couple of the matinees. Oh, gotta jump over this here because that is a pit. It will take damage over time. Don't want to land in that. Created that over there also. I did originally have a waterfall over here. Funny story about that. When I created the waterfall, it was one day when I had spent about 8 hours on the game, and then the entire thing crashed and erased about 8 hours of my work. So I took out the waterfall. I didn't feel like messing with it again, so this is what we have here. Frankly, I think the improvement's a little bit better. I admit the waterfall was a little distracting. So now that we've made it past the guards, we've got all 3 antidotes. That means that that vehicle over there will start. If we don't have all 3 antidotes, the vehicle won't start. You won't be able to complete the game. Anyways, I got about a minute and a half to go ahead and talk about the rest of this game. I can't leave until I'm healed. Am I? See, that's what we encountered. We had to find a way to make it so that if you didn't have all the items that you collected, you can't leave this area. Don't worry about the sound though. There is no real sound to this game, so don't worry about if you're not hearing anything. There was some basic just stock UDK sound. We didn't have like epic music or anything like that, or even voiceovers. But anyways, back to the actual creation of the level, because I got like probably a full minute left. Well, the enemies were difficult. I feel for Cody when he had to go ahead and create the enemies, because he had to make them threatening, but he didn't have to make them too threatening. So in our final version, we just made the enemies do less damage. So the game was completely beatable without losing a life like I did. As you can see, I only lost 1 life, and that's because I rushed through the entire game. You were supposed to kind of hide behind the boxes. But my game, I created it, I kind of know where to go. And collect all 3 antidotes. I took the shortcut to take all 3 antidotes, but you could take the long route. You do have 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm still standing here, so there's plenty of time. Anyways, I think I've used up enough of you guys' time explaining the game. This last part, we had to go ahead and create a terrain section, otherwise the game would end at the moment you exited the building. So we gave it a little flair. We had it that you exited the building, you felt good, you were outside. There's a little bit of a biohazard pit you had to avoid, but now there's a vehicle, there's a tunnel, you go ahead, you hop in the vehicle, drive off a little bit, boom, end of the game. Alright, thank you very much for watching.